I supported Bob's nomination because he viewed his membership in the Law Society of Alberta as a role that came with tremendous privileges and responsibilities. He also saw his ability to share his gifts and talents through service to the profession and service to the community as a way to fulfill those responsibilities and privileges.
With respect to his work with legal aid, Bob actually encouraged me to join that board after he was already a member of the board. He encouraged me to put my application in, as he knew that I had an interest in governance and service to the legal profession as well. And we ended up serving together on the board for a few years, including the years that he was chair of the board. And then I was vice chair of the board with him. And then when he finished his term as chair, I took over as chair. And then after he was finished his term with legal aid, I still contacted him frequently for advice about things that were going on there. He had an extensive commitment to that organization, including with respect to negotiating the governance agreement, which provides for a sustainable funding model for Legal Aid Alberta.
Bob stood out because of his professionalism, his integrity, and his commitment to excellence. Not only did he see the best in others, he expected the best in others. He supported others with encouragement, with mentorship, and the occasional stern lecture when needed. Bob was a true credit to our profession.
He had an extended commitment to service, both to the legal profession and to the larger community. You'll see from his CV that he has an extensive record of volunteerism and providing continuing education to other lawyers as well. I also know that he made himself available as a mentor for people he didn't even work with, to give him a phone call if they had any questions, somebody that maybe hadn't been at the bar as long as he, or just needed somebody to pass an idea by.
Both during and after Bob's time on the Legal Aid Board, he sat as a member of the Legal Aid Appeal Panel. This panel heard appeals from administrative decisions, and he heard from parties that were often unrepresented. These were members of some of the most vulnerable sectors of our society. Bob listened to them and heard their concerns and treated them all with respect and dignity.
Sometimes Bob may have inadvertently taken on the odd pro bono file because he may have taken on one or two files where he felt that this client had a need, and if they asked him for help, he was not going to turn them away, whether or not they could pay for it. He may have hoped to be paid on those files, but it didn't always necessarily happen. In addition to that, I know that he supported pro bono work by others in his firm and did some of that himself as well.
Bob was also a person of vision and a master strategist. He was always looking for ways to build partnerships and opportunities and bring people together. One of the ways that he did this was through the facilitation of a partnership between DLA Piper and the University of Calgary Faculty of Fine Arts. Every year, the firm hosts an art and martini reception where student artists are invited to come and show their work and sell their pieces to lawyers and clients alike. At these receptions, Bob could always be seen wandering around the reception, talking to every single artist, asking them why they did what they did, and then moving from the artists to the attendees and telling us why we should buy every single piece of art in the room.
Bob really loved the practice of law. He worked very hard. Anybody who knows him will tell you how hard he worked and how many hours he spent at the office, but he loved it. He loved doing that kind of work. Even when he got to be too ill to go to the office, he would have his partners and associates come to the house where he was literally in a sick bed and bring files with them and discuss those files with them. And it wasn't because he felt he had to, it was because he wanted to. He was happy when he was working.
Many people knew Bob for his incredible and almost insatiable work ethic, but what people often didn't realize was this work ethic and this commitment to excellence went through everything that Bob did. This could be seen in his service to the community, in his internal leadership roles, and his commitment as a dedicated father and husband to Anne, Abed, and Jeff. Although I would be remiss if I didn't speak about his dedication to his beloved family dogs.
Bob is basically the only mentor I ever had in my 20-year career, and I leaned on him a lot, and I still find it very hard to believe that he's gone. I miss him every day.